Hello everyone, my name is Lance, and this is Amped About Aimpad. So I started playing a game called Driver San Francisco a few days ago, and I realized I haven't made an Aimpad video in quite a while, so now's a good opportunity to do it. The reason why I was thinking about it is because Driver San Francisco is all about driving. And when you want to play a driving game, the first thing you say, I want the best driving experience you can possibly have. And if you're going to do that, the best way to do that is using a steering wheel, right? So what I wanted to do was compare the experience of playing Driver San Francisco using a steering wheel and compare that to the Aimpad prototype. So in order to do that, the first thing I wanted to drive home is that if you're going to play with a steering wheel, there's a fair amount of commitment that you need to do, because you have to like clear off a space, you have to spend forth the effort to get it all set up and configured and ready to go. So what I wanted to do is introduce you to one of my assistants here. This is Josh. Can you say hi, Josh?
Hi.
All right, and Josh is going to be helping me by using a timer to time how long it takes to hit to set up the whole steering wheel configuration. So Josh is going to hit that start button and get us started. Go ahead and hit it. All right, and now the first thing I got to do is take my mouse, clear it, my keyboard, clear it, and my gaming mat, and clear it. I'm going to get my steering wheel, get it configured. So you got to clamp it down so it's not going to move around on you. And my USB cable. Other things I need, I have foot pedals that are down here, so I'm going to have to attach those. And that goes there, and I need power to go to it as well. So I've already plugged it into the wall, but not into setup. And the last thing you do is to plug in the USB cable. And I hear the USB connects. I have all the buttons and the steering wheel. Okay, Josh, hit the stop. What's our time?
106.
106. So it takes about a minute or so to get it set up. Now, this is kind of unfair because I happen to have everything set up on the floor and the steering wheel is already in my office and things like that. Probably if I was going to have this set up correctly, I'd already have the steering wheel in my garage. So I'd have to like get up into the garage, dust it off, bring it in the office, clear off my spot, and put it in there. So there's a time commitment because you can't just like walk in, sit down at your desk and get ready to go, because it takes some effort to put this up, right? But playing the game, it is practical. You know, it's the best way to play a driving game is using a steering wheel, because it's much more of an immersive experience, and you feel like you're driving a car. And I'm not going to take that away. That is significant. That is important. Now the question is it worth the effort for you to set up a steering wheel to play one game? Because a steering wheel can't be used to play a first-person shooter very well, or it can't play a role-playing game very well. Its sole purpose is to play one type of game, and that's to play a driving game. So you really have to commit both time and money, because it's like a $50, $100 component that you got to buy specifically for this experience. But this is what it's like. Now the main gaming, or I guess element of this is that you're a cop that has the ability to take control of any car. Simply because you had a car accident and it knocked your spirit out, and you can hit the shift button, and that will allow you to take control of another car. So I can take control of this one, or I can hit the shift button again. I think you can actually map it to one of these other buttons too, yeah. And we'll just take something good-ish, that one. Alright, so granted, I feel like I'm driving this car, it's not actually responding. Come on. There it goes. There was also some configuration files that I needed to modify and make some changes in order for the game to fully recognize my foot pedals, because it was seeing it as the accelerator was the brake and the accelerator, so I'd push it and nothing would happen. But I made all those changes and things like that. So really it's not plug and play. There's a little bit of configuration that you have to do. But once you do, and you've spent all that time getting it good to go, I feel like I am in this car and I feel like I'm driving to its full extent, and I can steer smoothly, and it responds correctly, and I feel like I'm driving this car, and that's why you go through all that effort to do it. But if you work all day and you come home and you're like, I just want to play a game, I don't want to go through this whole process that I went through just to set this thing up, because it takes a lot of time, and it's like once you set it up, your computer is devoted to steering, and if not anything else, it's not practical for you to use your keyboard and mouse and things like that. It's just not practical anymore. So when you're done with it, you got to spend all the time unscrewing it all, storing it somewhere else, and it's a big hassle because it just takes a lot of effort to get it all ready to go. So once I've cleared that all out of the way, I'd like to rely on my assistant again to time the process and time it takes to get everything ready here. So let's say that I just want to play my game. I don't want to deal with my steering wheel. I just want to play the game, but I don't want to have to deal with driving with a keyboard because it kind of sucks. So Josh, get your timer ready, and let's see how long it takes to get my experience for full analog control of steering and acceleration of the pedal by hitting the record button. Go ahead. And it's done, right? It's how long was that, Josh?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. So 2 seconds versus 1 minute of the time it takes to set up Aimpad. Yes, I'm trying to exaggerate, but yes, it truly is ready to go. I have full control over my acceleration, full control over my steering left and right, and you can see it's much easier for me to hit the tab or the shift button to shift and use my mouse to hop in and out. It's a much better, that's a car, driving experience, and you can see I still have full control over my steering. I'm making smooth adjustments left and right, and I can brake smoothly around corners, and I didn't have to spend any time setting it all up. It just was part of the keyboard, like that's always on your desk. You always have a keyboard, you always have a mouse, you're not going to be taking those away. The setup time is insignificant, it's instant, it's the way it should be, and you don't have to worry about taking up unnecessary space on your desk and your significant other giving you the eye roll that, oh, his steering wheel's out again. It's just one of those things, and that's the way that gaming should be. It should be simple and elegant and clean to the whole experience, and hopefully I drove that point home. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, go ahead and subscribe. Love to have you. If you have any questions or comments, love to hear your feedback. And until next time, thank you.